Okay. Can you hear me? Test, test, one, two. Let
I
me,
can
let
hear
me.
you. I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. You can hear me. Uh, Let me see. Okay, cool. Okay. I think we have this fixed, except the problem is my old stream is in the background. Uh, so let me see if I can remove my old one from the background. Let's take remove from stage. Okay, so it's just me and you now, right?
Cool. Yep.
Cool. Yep. Okay, cool. Okay, so that should. Okay. Mathis is saying OMG. Uh, okay. I mean, I think we're good though, right?
Yeah. You can remove me now too if you want,
Okay.
because I don't want to create an echo.
No. Thank you, OC, for helping with the technical difficulties here.
Sure thing.
You can just you can just view in the background if you want. Um, but again, thank you for that support. Okay, I will take OC out. You guys should just have me now. Okay, cool. Um, all right, I'm gonna put my other phone off to the side. Okay, it's kebab time. That's right, Mathis. That's right. Okay, sorry about all the technical difficulties, guys. We are we are live, uh, and I can share what I want to share now. So, anyways, guys, thank you for bearing with me. That's a bit of a clusterfuck to start the stream, but no worries. We have Van Lux joining us. We have Mathis. OC just joined us to help with the technical difficulties. We have LDA Sensei, or is it LDA Sense? You tell me, brother. You tell me. Um, okay, so we just got back from Dubai. Me, OC, Chalk flew up. Air King Ben, Mr. Ghost, again, a lot of great folks, Jamie, uh, and I felt inspired to actually make some authentic sort of Middle Eastern food based on that trip. Um, so what I want to do now is just kind of show you guys what my spread is, and from there I'll explain. Let's do back. It's dual wide, yeah. Dual wide should be fine. So what I have going on here, guys, I've already done a bit of prep here, but what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making count them, six different kebabs, and I already have some skewers out. My fire kind of died on me, so maybe that's actually the first thing that we should do. We should actually get this fire rolling again. Um, so let's put you guys down here just for a moment. Yep. And I'm gonna blast this fucker. This is on fire. All right. All right, guys. I have this. Okay, guys. That should be what we need here. This is gonna be where we grilling the kebabs, guys. One thing I might want to check here and actually is just make sure that uh, our vents are open on the bottom, which can actually move this, but I think it's a so. We're going to hope that that actually works this time. Again, OC, thank you for the tech support there. But again, what I want to do today, guys, is do six different variations of kebabs that you might find across the Middle East. Again, some are from Turkey, some are from Iran. But again, I wanted to kind of take a little bit of Dubai back with me. And I mentioned I've already done a bit of prep here. What we have under here is a bit of the rice, right? So this is just sort of again, rice from the Middle East. You have sort of uh, the like the peppers and whatnot. We'll chop those up. Also have a few tomatoes. But in the center there was actually some uh, basically saffron butter. So it's basically saffron that is diffused in hot water, and then you mix that with butter, um, and then basically you just kind of pour that over the top once you're done there. But what I want to do first, guys, let me actually flip this back around to the front. Um, so what I want to do first is actually uh, kind of finish off these kebabs here, right? So what you saw there, there was maybe one, two, three, four, five different sort of bowls that we have here, and then we essentially need to just finish them off by molding them into sort of this long sort of log, basically. And those will go onto the skewer, and then once we actually get a fire going on the sort of just like the Weber down there, just like the small sort of Weber. The reason why we're using that today, by the way, is I want the fire to be fairly close to the actual skewers. Like I want it to be basically, grilling on the fire, right? The problem with the Kamado Joe is the firebox is fairly low down here. So for you to actually get anything down there, y- again, it's just not going to work because with these skewers, right? Like these things are fairly long, right? So again, this is not going to fit all the way down there, and the idea is for this to be fairly close to the fire. Like we're talking maybe like 2 or 3 inches of clearance overall. So that's why we're using that down there today. Um, I'm hoping that fire actually works out. Um, but anyway, I actually have a cheat sheet inside sort of everything that we'll be making today. So I'm gonna go grab that real quick, and then we will resume in here and kind of finalize the kebabs for them to be put on the fire. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I have papers, guys. Papers. Mathis, thank you for the upvote there. Who else do we have? Van Lux. Oh, lesbian food. Yes, yes, yes. Even like the lesbians really like the it's like the Lebanese food too, right? Um, Big part of their culinary diet. Um, so anyway, so what I want to do real quick, man, I thought I had another fucking paper here. Um, yeah, I must have separated the other paper. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, guys, this is what I wanted here. So you can't read that, right? But basically, this is my sort of cheat sheet for all the kebabs that we're going to be making today. So we're making a total of six, right? The first one is called Kubida. Kubida, guys. I believe this one is the one from Iran. And just to give you a quick sort of rundown of what's in it, right? So there's ground beef, lamb, grated onion. We're not going to be, slicing and dicing this time. It's actually going to be grated. Make onions great again, guys. Um, so it's ground beef, lamb, grated onion, garlic, parsley. Guys, don't worry. I've already pre chopped all the parsley. There's some cilantro too, actually. Uh, but guys, don't worry. All that has been pre-chopped. I know the OC likes to sit back in his chair, get some popcorn popped, and maybe OC, maybe you can use some of this saffron butter in your popcorn next time. That's an idea, right? But anyway, all the veggies and everything has already been chopped. So guys, again, I'm trying to not make this like a 7 hour stream this time. This one. Well, I mean, again, if the fire cooperates and everything, this should be a fairly quick stream. Maybe 2 hours tops, but probably closer to an hour and a half, maybe. Because people have shit to do, guys, right? But anyway, so what we'll do here is there's 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 basically sort of two phases of each of these kebabs here. So there's a base layer, right? So all of these kind of share sort of similar ingredients, but then to finalize each one or to kind of split it out into multiple kebabs here, some of them will have additional ingredients. So for the kubita, this one also has some turmeric as well as optional saffron water and salt, right? So I think that's probably the first one that we can do here. I have all this kind of broken out here, right? So everything's already kind of, minced and everything in there. But this one, as you'll see, is actually sharing two different ones here. So we'll actually use this for the kubita, and then also the Levant kofta, right? Um, so what we'll do now is I actually need another bowl because we will separate this out into its own bowl. And then I'm going to go grab a little bit of the saffron water as well as the additional sort of spices here. And then that'll be the first one that we'll actually kind of craft onto the skewer here. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go grab those additional things and then I'll be right back. I bring you additional ingredients, guys. So what we'll do is we're going to take half of this one, right? So this one has most of the meat and everything in it. It has, again, lamb, ground beef, all that. But then what we'll do, we're going to break this out. So I'm going to kind of roll up my sleeves as much as I can here. Quick wristwatch check. We're wearing the Datejust today. So what we'll do, guys, is, again, this may not be all that visually appealing right now. I understand that. Maybe what I can do, let's go to back duel. And I'll put you guys off here. Yeah, it's a little bit better. All right. So first we have to mix this one, right? The best way to do that is with your hands. Again, I tried to make this fairly easy so that we're not sitting here and we are doing every single little thing, because that would be a 7 hour stream if we decided to do that. And again, I apologize if that's a little wonky and wobbly. So I'm just going to do it over here on the side. Hopefully you can still see that. I think we're getting close to this kind of first one being fully. It's a fairly big piece of onion. You don't want that. Again, everything was graded. Everything was, done very, small so that everything just kind of incorporates into the beef itself, the meat, right? So, okay, so this is what we have, guys. I'm going to split this in half. Put half of it over there. Maybe just a little bit more on this one. And now what we'll do, I'm going to put this off to the side. And then for this one here, this will stretch the length of the skewer. And then for the kubita, we need some turmeric. And of course, I didn't cut this beforehand. I just bought this. I was out. You know what? Let me go inside. Let me sort of just wash up for a second, and then I will get the turmeric inside there. So now what we'll do, guys, we'll add some of the turmeric. We're just gonna eyeball it, guys. No, no sense in in trying to measure things here. But other than the turmeric, we'll also add some salt and then the saffron water, right? So this is something that like I actually boiled down a little bit earlier. I used some of this in the butter that you saw in the rice. So I'm gonna add a bit of this into this as well. And then actually that's gonna be very wobbly for you guys again. I'm gonna put that off to the side. But then I'll do this on screen so that you guys can see it, hopefully. But this will be our first kebab. Okay. I think that's pretty good. This is what we have. So now let's mold this onto our skewer. And hopefully you have a good view of that. All right, so now comes the molding part. So we're going to stretch this all out. So you're going to kind of want this to, cover the length of all this. Oh no. So this is starting to fall off now. So I'm going to leave that as is for now. And what I want to do, I want to check on this fire. So our fire, again, I think that bottom vent is actually closed, which is preventing it from really starting to roar here. So what I might do is let me first wash up just a little bit here, and then I'm going to fix this fire once and for all. So, guys, I just had a revelation. Something that we might do actually is use the KJ here. However, what we might end up doing is I might bring the fire closer up. So let me actually put you guys over here, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. So in its current configuration, the firebox is very low, right? But what I might could do is I could bring the fire closer up. Something like this. But then we just put the fire on these grates, or the coals rather. You know what? That might actually be a little too high. So what I'll do, I'll let you put this one rack lower. Also, now the fire starts. So I'm gonna get some gloves real quick, and then I'm just gonna pour all the coals into here. So spread all this out. All right, guys. Now what we'll do is we'll leave that open. Again, I think the issue was, let me put you guys back over here. I think the issue was the the airflow underneath here. I don't think it was fully open, and therefore there was no oxygen to kind of ignite it and get that process started. So what we'll do now that we have that going, and that'll get up to maybe 500 or 600 degrees. What we'll do now is we'll start finishing off the other ones here, right? So so we just made the cubita. That almost sounds like the cubitus. The cubitus kebab. Just finished that one. Now the other one is just going to be used, or it'll use the other half of what we just mixed. So this one we want extra parsley, allspice, cinnamon, sumac, and salt. So I have some allspice and cinnamon inside. I do have some sumac as well. Let me go grab those things real quick, guys, and then we'll make this one as well. Extra parsley, allspice, cinnamon, and sumac. Oh, and salt too. So let's do the salt first. Now do the cinnamon. Allspice. There's a little too much allspice, but that's all right. And sumac. And we already did the salt. Okay. Just double check real quick. Yep. So this will be a Levant Kafka. I didn't actually write down where this one was from. I would think it's also from Iran. Can't let that fly away. Kind of nudge it between there. Let's really incorporate all these spices now. Is that in camera? Or is that in? Yeah. So we're just massaging the meat here, just making sure that every little piece gets some spice. Oh yeah. Yeah. So this is getting nice and toasty now. Good. So we're at about 550 degrees on our way to 600. And so once we actually get this ready, we're probably not going to grill all 6 at once, just because there may not be enough room, honestly. So what we'll do, let's start to get this one situated. So I'm just taking chunks of it. into sliding it down here. Now, that may not be the traditional way. I don't know. But this is what works for us right now. And guys, you might be thinking, like, Logan, this is a lot of meat. Don't you have any, sauces or anything? Yes, of course we have sauces. Don't you worry. Uh, we'll be making the sauces a little bit later here. All right, so now that we have this on here, I'm just going to shape it and kind of form it into more of a, I don't know, like a sort of a log shape. I mean, there's a T word I can use here, but I'm not going to use that. Okay, I think that looks pretty good here. I do want to redo the first one that we did here. Because as you guys saw, it started to kind of fall apart on me. I think this looks better, honestly. So ideally what I'd like to do is just go ahead and get everything on. And then from there, we can take a picture of it and all that. Let's see, do we have any more comments here? My comment thing's a little bit frozen. Uh, let's see. OC uses saffron butter for butt lube. For butt lube, guys. Uh, well, the cat's out of the bag. Ooh, it's really ripping hot now. You don't want that to crack or anything. So we're at 700 degrees now, guys. So I'm gonna let that just kind of air out a little bit as we make our other 4 kebabs. So what's next on our sheet, guys? We have Adana. Now this one will actually require a little bit more kind of working here. So we need something called harissa. So I do have that here, mild harissa. And then there's tomato paste, paprika, Aleppo pepper, olive oil, and salt. So I'm going to go get the tomato paste real quick, open that up, and then we will put that in this one here. And we might actually make 2 kebabs out of this one now that I just realized. But anyway, I'm going to go get all those things, harissa, tomato paste, paprika, Aleppo pepper, and then I will be right back. So we have tomato paste. Yeah. You know what? And I'm actually going to make this in a separate jar, a container first. So let's set this off to the side. We don't need a ton of tomato paste. I'm just going to use half a jar there. Be right back. So a bit of olive oil, harissa, paprika, Aleppo pepper. Harissa, tomato paste, paprika, and salt. So this is actually like a Turkish paste that I'm making. I could not actually find it in the store, so I ended up just making my own. But it's basically like a Turkish red pepper paste. This will go into the Adana. All right. So we'll get to mixing here. Yeah, and this is definitely going to be a multi-skewer situation. I don't think I can fit all of this on one. That's all right. So probably what I'll do is I'll only grill one of the skewers today, and then I might grill another one later on. So I'm going to close that lid back up. We do want that heat to get closer to 600 or 700 degrees. And right now we're sitting at about 5. But we're just going to massage the meat, make sure everything gets in there. Just at 600. Okay, I think that looks good. So now we will form this on here. So something else. So something else that we'll be doing, guys, is I'm just gonna rate each of these and tell you which one I like the best or the most. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to want to stay on all that well. So let's start out with a bit of a smaller amount. Yeah, I think that's working better. All right, I think that's pretty good for our Madonna here. I'm also gonna put the little sticky notes on the skewer itself, just so that I know which one is which. Um, so this one's the Kubita. This one is the Levant. Now, sorry, I'm trying to find the one I just made. Oh, I bet you guys are laughing at home. All right, 3 skewers down. Again, I'm going to save all this and we're going to cook that separately a bit later. Let's take a look, guys. Now we're going to do the chicken kafta. So this one is already pretty much made. We just have to mix it all. But this is basically just ground chicken. And for anybody concerned about like, oh, salmonella and cross content. I mean, again, guys, all of this is going to be cooked, so I'm not really too concerned. And we might have a little spillage from other spices and everything like that, but that's all right. Again, I'm going to try to make these thin. And sorry, guys, it's not quite in frame. Let me point that up a little bit. That part's about to fall off, I can tell. Okay, chicken is good. And I'll take the sticker, or not sticker, but the, you know, little post-it note. It's, so that was the chicken kafka. Now we're going to do Sikh, which, okay, like, so this one is actually traditionally done with goat. I could not source any goat, unfortunately. Um, but that's all right. So this is our Sikh. And then the only thing else we're adding to this one is salt. You know what? I just realized I messed up on the on the chicken kafka. I could have also added cilantro, coriander, paprika, green chili, all that. Um, I'm not going to bother redoing that one, to be honest. Um, yeah, so that one will just have to be as is. And then for this one, the only thing we're adding is a bit of salt. This one is interesting because so so basically I ended up doing just some ground beef with this one. But the interesting about this one is it uses chopped up chilies as well. So we're just going to massage this in. All right. So there's that. And again, just small pieces here. We're just going to start out with small pieces here. I think the issue is when you make them too big, it starts to fall off a bit. However, here, it seems that no matter what size, it starts to fall off. Oh, we lost a post. Hey, Ryan Singer. Hey, you made it back, man. Thank you. So, so for those of you just joining, we're doing a total of 6 kebabs today. And these aren't really the kebabs in the sense of like, oh, we're gonna add, we're gonna alternate. Um, this is really not working. I'm like, it's not like, oh, we're gonna alternate onion and bell pepper and whatever. This one is a bit more simplistic here. It's just meat, but it's incredibly flavored meat. Yeah, I'm fearful for this one, guys. I don't know if this is gonna make it on there. So we might have to do something different for this one. I might actually just get a grate and put this one on the grate. But for now, we'll just put it right there. So that was Seek. And then finally, yeah, what I'll do, I'm just going to get a grate. Actually, I'll do that towards the end. The final one that we have here is called Chaplain. So this one actually uses ground beef, coriander, tomato, onion, green chili, cumin, and chili flakes. Um, and then the only other thing that this one requires is a bit of flour and a bit of salt. So that's what this one looks like, right? So I'm going to grab a little bit more flour here, and then I'll come back. bit of flour. And then I also have some butter here that I'm going to use for basting. So we're getting very, very close. And a bit of salt. Now we mix. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. Something that I know I'll need is a pair of tongs because I'm fearful that some of this will just fall off. So I'm going to grab a pair of tongs too here in a second. So let's see how this one does. I mean, again, I'm hoping that the flour will maybe keep this one on. So this one might be in a similar boat to the other one we just did. Or it may not want to stay on. Yeah, it's very crumbly. So I'm going to do something different for these two. I'm going to grill those two in a separate batch, but I'm actually going to have a grate on it so that it doesn't fall through so easily. But okay, guys, we are pretty much ready to grill. So this is Chaffley. So before we do this, I'm going to wash up real quick. I want to get a picture with all of these before we grill them. So I'll be right back. Okay, let's take a quick picture. I'm going to redirect you guys right here. Oh, I think we lost. So that was chicken kafka. Eek. Okay. I think we have some good pictures here. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to do 4. I'll do 4 at a time here. So now we move here. Guys, the camera might die, honestly, just because of the heat. Again, we're talking like 600, 700 degrees here. So I'm hoping that, you know what, actually, let's do it like this. I'm going to have it facing this way. So that way the heat is actually going in the other direction. But let's try our first one here. So this is the kubita first. You know what? Starting to fall off. So guys, what I honestly, so I wanted to do this sort of on an open, sort of coal flame, but I have a feeling I'm going to lose a lot of this meat, and I would prefer not to. So what we're going to do, need my glove here. The downside of this is I have not allowed time for the grapes to heat up. So what I'm honestly, guys, what I might do is I might just let these grapes heat up. Then we put them on. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'm going to leave this right now. And then what we can do while we wait for these to heat up is make some of the sauces, right? So let's first make what we're going to call the garlic yogurt sauce. And for this, I'm going to need olive oil. Okay. So I'm going to get some Greek yogurt. I'm going to get a few more bowls too. And then we'll make this real quick as this heats up a little bit. So I'm going to open up that lid just a little bit more here. We're hitting 900 degrees, guys. I think there is definitely a temperature limit on this, and I don't want to find out today. All right, let's quickly make one of these sauces here so that we have something to uh, try it with. So we'll do like 3 dollops worth. Maybe four. Yeah, that's so we do add some garlic too. Fresh garlic, lemon. Let's see. Do I have a knife out here? I don't think I have a knife out here, which is strange. I think I'll go half a lemon right now. Let's do salt. Let's do some sumac. And olive oil. It's nice, but it needs more olive oil. I guess I will do the other half of the lemon here. And a little bit more salt and more sumac. Guys, always taste your sauces, all right? You don't want to serve something to somebody and then it not be good. A little bit more salt. That is tasty to me. Okay, guys, we have pretty much the full ensemble here. We have a sauce. We have the meat. One thing I will do is I'll actually spray some nonstick on this because I really don't want this to stick. So I'll be right back. I have a plate here too for when we're done. Okay, guys, we are finally ready for the actual drilling here. So we had a few minor detours, but that's okay. That's the Kubota. Oh, I meant to spray this. So this is the basically the Kafka. And if I keep that on, I think that's going to go up in flames. This is the Aldana. And finally, the chicken. So that's all I'm going to do right now. The other two I'll do in a separate batch. So we're going to do a few minutes per side here. And I might actually get a spatula real quick. I'll be all right. Yep. See, some started to come off there. Yeah. See that one's starting to come up. So I'm glad I did the grate option. It was pretty great to me actually. So I'm gonna go get another rack to put all this on. Be right back. Yeah, that one definitely fell off there. Yeah, see that one's coming up too. So it's actually kind of nice because you can see the insides here and see how much of each one is done. So hopefully the smoke isn't too much, guys. Yes, I'll kind of use this one that's falling apart as sort of the gauge of what's done, what's maybe not so much done yet. But I think in general we're getting close. We only have one viewer right now, man. I mean, this is where the action is. Get some flame action. All right, I think these are pretty much done, guys. So I'm gonna start moving these off. Chicken. Break that off a little bit. All right. Now we're gonna do the last two. So these are already falling off. So if I don't expect them to stay on or anything, but so here's the last two. So I'm gonna move these over so that we can make some room for these last two here. Ah, let's see. We have a new comment. Looks great. I love the burnt kebabs. I mean, perfectly cooked meat and char and grill marks. Uh, OC. Once you taste the char, you'll never go back. This is high heat cooking, OC. High heat cooking. Okay. I think we could probably flip these two now. Yeah, I knew these would not fare well in terms of staying on the skewer. But that's all right. So guys, so what we'll do is I'm gonna taste test all of these. I've already forgotten what most of these are. My whole uh, even like the sticky note system didn't quite fare too well. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Oh, so let's heat this butter up a little bit. Yeah, I meant to put this butter on as everything was grilling here, but I'm going to heat it up over the flame. And then I'll apply it. Let's flip these. Beautiful char. It's flavor, OC. It's flavor. So I think this one on the right is getting getting pretty close, I would say. Yeah, I'll give that maybe 30 more seconds. All right, let's get rid of this mess. Actually, that looks like it could go a little bit longer. Actually, so I'll ditch the skewer. Now this is just a hamburger, basically. A Middle Eastern hamburger. We have Diego in the chat. Welcome, brother. Yeah, just rewind maybe like 10 minutes, Diego. That's where all the action was. But yeah, but I knew that some of these would not exactly last on the skewer itself. All right, I'm gonna pull this off. All right, guys. Here's what we are left with, guys. So again, I cannot name these for you. I completely forgot what each one is called, but there's six distinct. Feeling like there's six different kebabs here. Some are from Iran, some are Lebanese, some are Turkish, right? So this is what we're left with. And what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to taste test each of these with some rice, and then we will determine which one's the best, right? So give me a second to get everything organized here. Here's the sauce we made earlier. I'm looking for my plate. I don't know what. Oh, here it is. So what I'll do, actually, is take a little bit of each. Yep, just my little medley. Take this guy out. Okay, dope, guys. Let me get a fork. Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys, that was a little bit messy there. Let me go get a fork real quick, and then I'll be right back. Oops. And I'll take a picture of this real quick. Okay. Let's. Hey, guys, hopefully you can see me okay. So let's do our little smorgasbord sampling here. So first one is a chicken. Hmm, very nice. This next one is sort of a beef one. That one's very good, actually. That one's probably my first place right now. Let's get a bit of a tomato in here. Mm. Yeah, that one's like whichever that one is. That was probably my favorite so far. Mm, that one's really good too. But I think my favorite is still this one. Okay, we have two more. Mm. Ooh, that one might take first. Yeah, that one's very good. Very good. I like that one a lot. Let's try this final one. So that one's a nice sort of neutral. I mean it's good, right? But yeah. I mean, I definitely think that. So whichever this one was the first place. Mhm, definitely. Yeah, again with the saffron rice, really, really good, guys. So let me flip around, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Again, if you've never traveled out to like the Middle East, definitely do it. They have a lot of great food out there, um, and they have a lot of again great people, great food, great everything. Hey, we have MJ. Hey, MJ, what's going on, man? But again, this was a really fun experiment. I definitely found out what I like and what I don't. I mean, again, all of this was very good, right? Um, but I definitely think there was a clear winner. And again, I'll have to watch back the video to figure out like which one that was, because I lost all of my names or whatever. But I think if I end up doing this again, then I'll definitely just go full on, whichever this one was, basically. But again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. And I will catch you guys. Again, probably like the next stream will probably be more like an indoors one, maybe like some kind of Christmas holiday type of thing, or I might do like a Christmas ham or something. I don't know. But again, I will be back soon, guys. And again, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving for those who celebrate it. And shout out to all my Dubai boys. We got OC, Shock Flew Up, AKB, Alex. Again, a lot of great guys out there. It was a really fun time, and I'll probably do it again in 2 years, guys. So again, hopefully I catch you guys there next time. And again, thank you for watching this one, guys. Take care. Bye.